They said it broke and hadn't been repaired in 2 years. I asked if they would get it repaired soon, and they weren't planning on it.
Refurbishing, yes, we have no problem doing that. When I walked into the McDonald's in Orlando, I was like, hey, I wonder if the manager's here. I was wondering, well, do they want to take theirs down off the ceiling and send it to Pittsburgh, and we'll refurb it and bring it back down.
That'd be awesome,
wouldn't it?
It's Mac tonight.
February of 2025, videos started appearing of the Mac Tonight animatronic once again powered on. But almost ominously, he only aired for one night, February 10th, a Monday, and his spotlight wasn't powered on. It's usually packed at the Orlando location since it's the world's largest McDonald's, and there's a lot to do there. But this particular Monday, it was pretty slow. After I first saw this video, many questions arose. Why did they decide to fix and activate him now? Was this some sort of test since his spotlight was off? Do they plan on doing more with the animatronic? And particularly, who greenlit his fixture? My question temporarily disappeared after another video of him working. Now during the day instead, was found just 4 days after the first. Now, more clearly, all of his movements are to near perfection, just as he performed in the 1990s. The shoulder rolling, head tilting, and very in-sync mouth movements. With such swift movement, I just knew he was surely fixed, and he must have truly been broken for the last 8 years. Then soon after, a handful of other videos popped up.
Listen, all you black little fans.
With Reddit users explaining they spent the whole day there, and he was powered on the entire day. So of course, I did what I had to do and traveled to Orlando. I had a weird feeling before getting there that by the time I'd reach it, he'd be shut down once again. I got there at night, ordered their very popular pizza, of course, and went upstairs to wait. After only 15 minutes, the lights in the showroom dimmed, and his spotlight came on. He started with a small speech about how fun it is to spend your night at McDonald's, then sang one of his classic songs. I was amazed. From his shoulder rolling, properly moving arms, and proper singing mechanisms, he seemed somehow in better shape than the original videos I saw. My only words to describe this experience were just incredible. I stayed for over 2 hours to enjoy the time with my friends. I'd highly recommend for you guys to take the same trip if you can. I am very grateful I was able to. McDonald's has been embracing nostalgia recently in their marketing strategy, reintroducing classic characters to connect with both longtime fans and new customers. In 2022, we saw some of their classic 90s characters being embraced openly for the first time in over a decade, with the Cactus Plant Flea Market meal. It included Grimace, Hamburglar, and Birdie. And people were obsessed, both young and old. Then a year later, the Kerwin Frost meal was introduced, which provided a remix of the original McNugget Buddies, which we were pretty much expecting to never be seen again. Also in 2023, the company celebrated Grimace's birthday with a special meal that included a purple milkshake, which went viral on social media platforms like TikTok, which we're all very familiar with. This campaign not only generated significant online buzz, but also led to a notable increase in sales, demonstrating the effectiveness of leveraging nostalgic elements in marketing. The demonstration of the Grimace Shake showed a unique mix of how old, nostalgic characters can intermingle with our newer culture and young people who hadn't been exposed to Grimace when they were younger. Building on this success, McDonald's continued to revive other beloved characters. In 2025, the company brought back one of my favorite characters, Uncle O Grimacy. He came back to promote the return of the Shamrock Shake. This campaign featured commercials of Uncle O Grimacy enjoying the Shamrock Shake with customers, along with several posters being displayed online and on store windows. So they pretty much went all out with this. It wasn't just some sort of cheap nostalgia grab. So with these recent examples of quote-unquote random revivals of characters, and the green light on fixing Mac Tonight's animatronic at the biggest McDonald's in the world, it doesn't seem delusional to think they might bring him back in the same way. Bringing him back could involve creative modern touches, such as positioning him as the face of a revamped late-night menu with offerings like a Midnight Mac combo or jazz-inspired dishes. Because we all know, jazz music never lost its touch that it had on the human soul in the 90s and prior.
Singapore McDonald's is 24 hours. Come down to Mac tonight. 24 hours round the clock.
McDonald's could also capitalize on digital trends by creating augmented reality filters that let users become Mac Tonight or remix his iconic tunes on social media. Live-streamed music events, dubbed Mac Tonight Presents, could showcase modern jazz and R&B artists, blending retro vibes with current trends. Merchandise like vinyl records, which are still popular and have been used in recent McDonald's campaigns, pins or shirts featuring Mac Tonight's moon-headed design would appeal to a wide majority of people. Additionally, partnerships with influencers and pop culture events could solidify his place in today's cultural landscape. For instance, he could be featured in a retro-themed TV show, or used to highlight sustainability through eco-conscious menu options. By modernizing his style while keeping his jazzy essence intact, McDonald's could reintroduce Mac Tonight as both a nostalgic figure and a contemporary brand ambassador, cementing his legacy for a new generation just as Grimace has become. Sure, the cartoon version of him was controversial in the early internet. We want Mac Tonight. He's just too iconic to let go of as an IP. Even this slight action of paying attention to a nearly 4-decade-old animatronic comes off as fanfare, almost as much as Uncle O Grimacy being featured in commercials was. We all know well, we feed off of nostalgia, which is why we were all distraught to hear about Chuck E. Cheese's 2.0 remodel, in which they removed the animatronics. The even bigger reason why this move was important is because animatronic entertainment has gone pretty much extinct, with the final nail in the coffin being Aaron Fetcher closing his creative engineering warehouse, also in Orlando, and no longer being able to give tours. If we don't express how we feel now, almost all corporations will just forget about the true hold animatronic entertainment has on us. This definitely gives a light of hope for hundreds of thousands of people around the world. How do you guys think they should go about bringing Mac Tonight back? Give me some creative ideas in the comments, because just like last time, someone in the corp might be watching.